Hey everyone, welcome to SOFcast. I'm your host, Mike Lundstrom, with my co-host.
Hey, I'm Master Gunnery Sgt. Stanley.
And we're here on this episode here to sort of introduce ourselves and talk about the upcoming season. And we're pretty excited for that. We're your new host, and I didn't want to go much further without acknowledging Matt Parrish, who did this for 60 episodes. And I think we're still learning from him, but it's been tremendous. And we got some big shoes to fill. So, but before we get into all the season stuff, let's introduce ourselves to the audience and talk a little bit about who we are. Chance?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I'm Chance Stanley, Master Gunnery Sergeant. I got about 23 years in, obviously Marine, MARSOC. Before my career in SOF, which is about 15 years, I was a Marine Reconnaissance, and currently sitting over at JSAL as the Deputy Commandant in the Enlisted Academy. So, and I'm excited for the opportunity. And you mentioned Matt Parrish, and I brought this up in conversation that Matt told me that when he was the host here, he was initially reluctant to do it. But after having met so many amazing people and hearing their unique stories and, connecting with them on a human level, right? Not the celebrity, but the person behind the, camera, the facade that, the mask that they wear in the public eye, he wouldn't change a thing. He, completely embraced that time. And when I heard that, obviously he was retiring and that they were looking for a replacement, I said, hey, I got to do this. Even though I'm not one who's going to gravitate towards the cameras or look for a microphone to jump on. That's not who I am normally. But just too much of an opportunity to pass up. And I ran into General Fenton in the hallway the other day, and I actually introduced myself as, "Hey, I'm the new Matt Parrish." No, I didn't actually say that. That would have been a gross overstatement on my part. But happy to be here, and I can't wait to have these episodes start debuting so that the audience can learn. Even if just a fraction of what I've been exposed to in the last few months, it's incredible.
Yeah, there's no just running into General Fenton, by the way, right? He's going to have a conversation. He likes to meet with people.
Truth in lending, a certain little birdie that happened to be sitting next to me right now said, "Hey, you might not know it, but General Fenton is in the hallway right now." And I was like, "What?" There was a time when, Corporal Sergeant Stanley would have probably run out the door and made a beeline for the parking lot, right? But now things have changed a bit, so I sort of gravitate towards those opportunities to go grip and grin and shake the hand of the commander and bend his ear for a minute. Well, all I can say is that times have changed.
Yeah, it's interesting. So a little bit about me. I was Air Force, AFSOC, USASOC units, and JSOC units. Did time. It's not prison time. It's actually a lot of fun time. But spent a lot of time with those organizations. And then I transitioned out, and then I became civil service. So I also work over at Joint Special Operations University with Chance. And so we literally came across the street to start doing podcasts when they asked for volunteers. So I'm happy to be here. I'm really excited for the upcoming season because, man, did we get some good guests so far. And we're only halfway through building our season, right? So Alejandro Villanueva.
Yeah, that was our first one. So, we had the initial jitters, or at least I did. There's a little bit of butterflies and, I don't want to mess this up. But AV, if I can call him AV, I feel like we're friends now, right? He makes it easy, right? He spent a lot of time in front of the camera. He's very polished, and he's just a wonderful human being. I mean, really, just a great role model, I think, for SOF and for sports culture. Especially at the elite level, you hear a lot of things that will be in the headlines when people make mistakes. He's not that guy, right? He's an ambassador for SOF and for the elite level of athletes. Yeah.
He drops a couple good stories on us. One when he was with 10th Mountain, and then with the Ranger Regiment, and then as a Pittsburgh Steelers football player, left tackle. So really, really good stories, and I really enjoyed that. I think another memorable host that we had was Robert Irvine, Chef Robert Irvine. Oh my gosh.
What's crazy is you think you know someone, right? Because you see them on social media or on TV, or you hear them on the radio. You know, maybe they have a TV show, whatever it is, and you see a slice of what that person chooses to show. And what I've learned from doing this is that, you know, it should be intuitive, but it's not necessarily. That there's a lot more to that person than what meets the eye. So Chef Irvine, for instance, huge philanthropist, right? He does so much to give back to the community and for the military as well, right? And it's just, it's mind-blowing, and I'm almost embarrassed to say that I had no idea. I really had no idea.
Yeah, you know what really took me back was how sincere he is. He's extremely sincere, personable, and man, did we ask him some tough questions, and he dropped some good stories on us.
You can tell when somebody genuinely cares about something and that passion comes through. You can't fake that.
Yeah.
Right? You could tell the difference, right? So I'd love to say that, you know, in our, 2 hours we spent together talking to him, that I've created a new, lifelong friend. Probably not. But I wouldn't hesitate to approach him if I saw him out somewhere, or to reach out, just because, again, the caliber of person that he is. Proud to know him. And, if I could get involved in any way and be a part of some of the things that he's doing, I'd love to be affiliated with that as well. So
another couple things we talk about on the upcoming episodes is we get into some leadership aspects, and we talk a little bit about mental health as well. And we're not afraid to explore serious episodes. We're going to hit some hard-hitting questions and bring good content to our audience here so that they can see the good, the bad, the ugly, and how we deal with it and move forward. And one guest that stuck out to me pretty strongly was First Sergeant Belfort.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation with him, and he dealt with I'm not going to get into it here, but he dealt with a very traumatic issue, and just the resiliency of his leadership and the ability to put everything back together and be the leader for the community that he is a part of was absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah. Okay. And I cherish that. Another good leadership story was Command Sergeant Major Rob Abernathy of UCOM.
Absolutely. Yeah. If there's one thing that I could sort of leave the audience with, whenever my time here at SOFcast is through, is the opportunity or the ability to show the human side, the human dynamic that is SOF, right? Because humans are more important than hardware, right? It's the people, just like Commander's priorities, General Fenton's priorities, right? People, win, transform. So what makes people the key, right? It's not the beards, it's not the tattoos, it's not just the cool guns and the cool kit, right? There's a person, a husband, a mother, a brother, a father, an uncle, an aunt, and the list goes on, that's behind that, right? And that's what we want to show, right? What is the person behind all the kit or all the fame or behind all the rank or whatever? And we want to hear that story, and we want to share that with the audience.
Yeah. One other one I'll highlight real quick here is Dr. Loney. She came, Brittany Loney, actually. She came in to do Wellness Week here at SOCOM, and we had a chance to interview her and talk about cognitive performance. If there's ever a time you're interested in cognitive performance, tune into that episode, because that'll be another mind blower. So I think that wraps up what we have so far. We still have a few more to go, but I'm so excited to be here for the season. I know you are as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a bunch of guests that I won't name drop here just in case it doesn't pan out. But we've got a lineup that's very impressive, and just the thought of them coming on here and being able to meet them in person, now that most of the COVID restrictions have been lifted, we're able to get guests here in person, which is by far my preferred way to interview. And all I can say is just buckle up and and just stand by. It's going to be a heck of a ride for season 5.
Hey, tune in to SOFcast. We're looking forward to it. I hope you are too.